This episode is sponsored by Zenro Clothing Co. Pick up your tees and or accessories at zenroclothingco.com and be sure to use offer code SOCRATES at checkout for 20% off select items. Also, if you're not into spending the money, just check out the Zenro radio playlist. zenroclothingco.com, music for your everyday. This episode also sponsored by The Pornian Bakery. If you're located in the Pornian area of Scarborough, Toronto, be sure to check out The Pornian Bakery, say what's up to Arville, and pick up a donut or two. Baked daily, crafted with love. This episode also sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the podcasting platform of choice. It's the one that me and Vish use, and is great, you know, if you're looking to start that DIY podcast yourself. Definitely check out Podbean. Use the link podbean.com/SocraticGamers and gain 1 month of unlimited podcasting for free. Test it out, build that content. Anyone could podcast, right, Vish?
Yep.
Start a podcast and get your ideas out there. All right, enjoy the episode. Okay, so semi-short one today because I'm trying to run to do things. But what do you want to start out with, UFOs or you want to do the moon stuff? You dealer's choice.
The moon stuff, sure.
All right, cool. All right, so the moon stuff, you were really looking into that. So yeah, go for it. I'll jump in when I can.
I've
been looking.
Yeah. I mean, it was. They've been trying for a couple of months to get a launch, but they finally did on April 1st. So
how did that work though? I saw like there was it was like there's like a launch window. I'm like, oh, I thought you could just go at any time.
No, because it's all math oriented, right? How are you going to get the orbital mechanics to work so that you reach the moon? Because technically, I think the First Principles podcast is talking about it, where even though they did a burn to kind of move away from Earth at this point, because they did an orbit around Earth first, and then they did lunar, I forgot what they called it, but it's like they have to put some energy into the burst to kind of get out of Earth, but technically they're still being pulled by Earth. So they'll even if the moon wasn't there, they'll get pulled back in as an orbital thing.
Interesting. Wow, it's crazy how much math goes into that. You sent me that video where it's like they're like slingshotting around. I thought it was just like a straight trajectory. I didn't know it was like you were
No, they're doing it. Yeah.
Like, how do you even figure that out? You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, as a scientist, you're like, yeah, I'm assuming that there's no atmosphere in space, so that would suggest that gravity moves in this way. There's no interference. You know what I mean? Like, cause like, how do you calculate it so that you make sure you don't like hit a rock or you don't hit debris? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, how do you, like, did they ever go into that? Because that is probably the craziest mathematics you could ever.
They probably do that because they know the areas where certain like satellites are, right? Most of the satellites it's called low Earth orbit, I believe. And so there's a range of what that means. So they're in that specific diameter of space, right? So they can.
But like, what about like a rock, like a space rock? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you make sure you don't hit a space rock?
Like a big space rock or a small one?
Or like anything, because like, how do you, like, you have to trust, like, think about being an astronaut. You like, you don't know what's out there, and then you just have to trust that they got the math right, and you have to trust that you're not accidentally going to bump into something, or you're going to encounter some sort of like, I don't know, solar flare that like shuts everything off. You know what I mean?
Well, that was one of the concerns with the timing of the launch too, right? So that's why they know about the solar flare to come, so they have to. That's why it says a launch time window that they need to do it by.
Wow. Okay. Doesn't it seem okay? So from this perspective, doesn't it seem like you're almost like those Voyagers in the beginning, where you were setting out to sea, and you're like, I don't know if there's like a water monster that I'm going to encounter, or like there's going to be like a water tornado.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you're going through the ocean as those like early Voyagers, and it must be like so harrowing.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, bro, I don't know. And then now it's like,
well, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the earlier missions were all like that. There was a big risk, but you're willing to take those risks, right? But now there's a lot more. There's still risks, but they're also adding in a lot of safety things. So like, even if when they were up, they got into the orbit, they still have a chance to come back in if something is
Oh,
wrong.
something goes wrong. Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, something was wrong, which they did get to fix, which was the toilet situation.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I haven't been paying attention too much to it because like the Lazar doc came out, so I've been like watching that. But like this does seems like super interesting, and it's going to debunk a lot of things. Like one of the main things that I saw was oh, the Earth's not flat.
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, that would kill a lot. Or like if they do go to the moon and then they're orbiting the moon, right? And um, they said like there's UFO bases on the moon. Like that's what like a lot of UFO conspiracy theorists said, right? So it's like, but you're gonna find out if there
Right.
is or not.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean? Like
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if they're going to be able to, if the sun, because they're going behind the moon. It's the first time
Yeah,
a
yeah.
person sees behind the moon. Uh, and what was the other thing I just thought about, but I forgot now?
Like the sunlight's not gonna be in the back, so you won't be able to see anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they will be able to see the back of the moon, uh, unless the sun is hitting the back of the moon, right? I'm not sure like what timing or
Yeah,
spot
yeah,
that
yeah.
is going to be at. Oh, the other thing is the picture that they showed of Earth, right? I don't know
It's
if
fake.
people. No, no, no. I don't know if people realize that is the dark side of the Earth. By the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's
So
interesting. How do you even
so
see it?
they gave two pictures. One I think with a little bit shorter aperture, like the light thing to absorb the light in before they take a picture.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So they did a long one to get that. So that's all basically the moon shining off Earth.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So if
Wow.
you
That's a
look at
lot of
yeah,
sunlight.
if you look at the edges of the of Earth, you'll see a brighter spot. That's where the sun is on the other side, right?
Oh, cool.
And you can see a
That's
little bit
pretty
of
cool.
the you can see the bit of the aurora borealis lights on the North Pole.
Wow.
But yeah, if
Honestly,
people don't know, yeah, it's the back, it's the dark, it's the night side of Earth.
that's so cool. Like just from the fact that you get so much sunlight reflected off the moon and it's hitting and it's like so bright.
Hmm.
That's pretty impressive. We really rely on the moon so much. Like I I don't know. I think this mission, a lot of like people will be like, yeah, this is faked, whatever, whatever. But it's like, nah, I don't believe that. But you're really going to like find out truth, like the Van Allen radiation belt. And people are like, oh yeah, you can't pass it. That's how we know that nobody went to the moon, blah, blah. And they just passed it, bro. So it's like, okay, so what do you mean?
Hmm.
You know? Or they're like, how come we haven't been to the moon since the Apollo missions? It's like, or like,
Yeah,
oh, all this stuff's archaic. And it's like, no, we're deep disproving it all right now. There's just no reason to go back to the moon till now, you know?
yeah, 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 yeah.
So, okay. I saw this on CNN, and it's like I didn't watch the full segment. It's just more like highlights of it, and they're saying like they're planning to build a moon base. Like this is the first step towards a moon base because they got to do a recon mission, right?
Hmm.
So like, when are they gonna start trying to build a moon base?
Well, this is the plan right now. I don't know with the date. They don't. I don't know if they have the dates for the moon base, but the plan right now. This is just Artemis 2 mission, which is the recon mission to find where a landing area on the moon.
Okay. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Cool,
So this
cool,
is what
cool.
this
Yeah.
mission's about. And then the next Artemis 3 mission is a docking system mission with, I mean, it could be with SpaceX or other,
Mm.
they've opened it up to other third parties if they can do the landing rocket thing, right?
Oh, so that they
And
can come back.
yeah, like a
Oh,
more
okay.
do the docking connection and go to the moon and then land. So that's this point. Today's mission is just finding where to land, like a good spot to land. Uh,
Okay.
and then Artemis 4 is landing people on the moon, which is supposed to be by or before 2030.
Wow. 2030. Okay.
Yeah, and then I guess the moon base will
Interesting.
probably come with that a little bit, I guess.
Okay, okay. Side note on this one. So, that's really interesting because like they were saying that in the UFO space that they were like before any of this like lunar mission type stuff, they were saying like remember I said 2026 is what they're predicting as like disclosure. 2027 we're gonna make open contact, and then you said like 2030 is the goal for like building a mission moon base. So like what happens if you go there in 2026 and you're like, oh dude, there's a base on the backside of the moon. Who are these people? And it totally breaks our paradigm. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like in going there, because a lot of people have theorized that there is a moon base on the back of the moon. Like not the front facing one so we can't see it, but like the dark side. So if you actually go to the dark side and you see some bases, like that could be like disclosure for the whole world. You're like, oh dude, there's a moon base here.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then like if that happens, then 2026, 2027 is like, do we just start to try and initiate contact with them? And then that's what all the people were predicting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, could this be the impetus for UFO integration?
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
Well, I get
I
that.
mean, it sounds crazy, but it's like you had Age of Disclosure, you had Area 50, S4, the Bob Lazar story that just came out, and then now we have a moon mission, and it's like, and then you had Obama talking about like UFOs, and then Trump's like, oh, we're gonna release the UFO files. It's like, are you building us up to this thing where it's like in 10 days they're like, dude, there's a base, and then the whole world's like, what? And then we have to like scramble to figure out how to make contact with this base. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
that could
Yeah.
be a
Yeah. Yeah.
possibility.
Right.
You know what I mean? That could be
Mm-hmm.
so gnarly
Right.
because nobody's seen the backside of the moon, right?
Yeah. No. No.
So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before we get into that like craziness, like let's go more on what we do know. So, how it's like a 10-day mission. We'll
It's
get
about
all the information back.
yeah, about a 10-day mission, and they've been releasing quite a lot of good videos, pictures as they
Yeah.
go. So right now they're I think there's a good video that I or on YouTube where they're at about 200 something miles away from Earth or something like that.
Oh wow.
200,000
Okay, cool.
miles. Sorry.
Wow.
It's about 200, I think 50, or I forgot what number that was for how far the moon is from Earth.
Do you
50,
think that
250,000 miles. Yeah. Go ahead.
do you think that this is the most archaic way to do it?
To get to the moon.
Like, yeah, like it's such a weird idea. We're shooting out this rocket with all this firepower from the back, and it's like, I guess we're moving on like stuff we actually know about. But with the whole ARV thing, it's like, man, somebody's got to release that information because like this seems so archaic to me to see like the same old system is just a giant rocket
Mhm.
being shot, into
Yeah.
space. And then we're kind of like hoping that the math works. Well, I guess not hoping because like you've done it before
Yeah.
with other things, but it's just like it just seems so like it's been 40 years,
Hmm.
like, or was it 40 years since the last moon mission?
Something like that, yeah. 40, 50 years.
Yeah, so
Or
it's like
69, right? 69?
no, 60,
Yeah.
no 69, yeah, so 50 plus years.
Hmm.
So it's like we didn't really advance at all,
Yeah, because it's
in
not
that
like
time.
I think it's more of, it wasn't a focus to advance those things.
Yeah, true. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Is it true that like
Like
other
if it
countries?
was,
Yeah.
like if it's something that you could really, it all depends on money, right? If you put in the money, you can get to Mars. We can do it right now. If we really wanted
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not the main focus.
It was not the political will, nothing like that. Like even the whole moon thing was just that it wasn't even a science thing. It was just a military thing, which is like we have to beat Russia because Russia was beating them first to space, first to have like
Yeah. So
a
I'm
person
wondering,
in space. Yeah,
is that what's happening right now? Because like they're
I think
talking about
so.
China being already in the moon, and it's like, so why are you guys pushing so hard? It's like there's so many podcasts I see about like China mining minerals from the moon. So it's like, is that why all of a sudden the moon is a hot topic and you want to build a base there? You know what I mean? Are we gonna have like moon wars, like Ad Astra?
Yeah. I don't
Remember
know
that Brad
about
Pitt movie?
yeah. I don't know about the moon wars, but it's like it's a race of who's, I guess, gonna build that base on the moon first, right? I guess if China does it, then America's focus probably will be Mars.
But then we have the idea of like these wars that are going on right now on top of all this.
On
So we
top
have
of
like
that.
amazing, right? We have like
Yeah.
amazing innovation, and then you have like archaic war stuff, and you're
Mhm.
like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know? During 1969, was there a war as well, or was just like the space race, Cold War? Like what was going on during like the mission to the moon?
I think the Cold War stuff was there. I think because it was under JFK, right? The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah.
All those things were going on. I don't know if any specific wars, because I don't have to look that up. Yeah.
So isn't it weird to you that it's like we have wars and space missions always at the same time?
Yeah.
You know, like it seems very orchestrated now. Now that you're starting to see like the okay. I'm gonna give you like a personal example, and that because it's very similar to this, and it's just like it could go either way. You know, so like I'm kind of thinking this is divine hilarity, like the universe is like some simulation, and we're just like, here's a really funny storyline, of like you guys are always in war and trying to go to space, right? Or it's just like synchronous, it just happened at the same time.
Hmm.
Okay, so there's that. So like on Thursday, I took a sick day. It's like, I just want to like chill out. It was like, whatever. I did all my work and then like, let me just take a sick day. And then like, I went climbing. And then after climbing, like I went to the mall and then there was a sale on this thing that I really needed. And then there was another sale. And then like I bought this other thing and then the price tag at the counter was lower than the price on the thing. And I was like, oh, is it on sale? She's like, no, they just marked the tag incorrectly. So like all these little things that are just like lining up, And like since that day, like it's Sunday now. So like in those 4 days, so many different like synchronicities have happened. And I'm like, that's so weird. But is it like synchronicity or is it just like, oh, that's just kind of luck? No, not luck. You're just paying attention to it, right? So I was asking ChatGPT about it, and it was like what? Because I'm like, what is the mechanism I can reverse engineer here? That's why I like ChatGPT. It's like if I can do this again, I can replicate it, right?
Hmm.
So I was like, this seems like is most likely just a reticular activating system. Like your RAS is like, if you have to go to the dentist, you start seeing the dentist everywhere. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so it's like I'm kind of looking for synchronicities, so I'm just telling myself synchronicities,
Hmm.
and that's what Chad said. He's like, yeah, it's the RAS. Like your outlook is like, what are the synchronicities, and then you just see it. Like today, the reason why I'm like cutting this short is like there's a pop up for the sticker guy that I haven't seen in like forever. He just did it like random. Like I
Hmm.
was literally looking at my stickers on my desk, and then I was like, oh, it would be cool to have more stickers. And then I opened my Instagram, and then it's like pop up location near you, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, I'm gonna go to that. It's like, what is that synchronicity, or is that just my RAS? Because I was
Hmm.
just thinking
Hmm.
about the stickers, but it's like, how did he do a random pop up in our area?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and so like those two things are like, are these ridiculous simulation storylines, or am I just tying together narratives that like make a nice story?
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
It's like the moon thing. It's like, why are we in war again, bro? Like we just left COVID, which felt like a world lockdown. Well, it was a world lockdown, but it's like a world control system. And then now, like with the gas prices because of the war, it's like now you're just like bleeding us dry for no
Hmm.
reason, and Trump's doing it without any like just cause. So you're like, are we in a game? What's going on?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
What do you think? Is it? You think I'm just like pulling together narratives, or you think there's like something there?
I mean, no. I'm not sure if something's there, but it's not like
It's
this.
kind of weird though. It's kind of weird
Sure.
though.
Sure. But it's not that this mission is like the first mission or something like that. These are like dated or planned missions, right? At least for these things,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Okay. So what if they're just planning in advance? So like, okay, we're gonna release, we're gonna attack Venezuela here, and then we're gonna go to, which is what they say in the
Hmm.
UFO space. Like they're like, this is all a controlled system. Like the governments of the world want to control you. And I'm like, okay, maybe. And they have a 50-year plan, and it's like now you're kind of seeing it. You're like, this is lining up with a lot of the things that other people have been saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the 2026 disclosure thing.
Hmm.
Weird. You know?
Yeah.
Or you think it's all just like random and just like my RAS is kicking
No,
in?
I don't think that I don't think everything is necessarily random because like these moon missions, right? I feel like you saw the Project Hail Mary and some of the other alien or
That's what I'm
space
saying.
movies to come is
They're
planned out.
programming you.
Is planned out. So it's like they know that there's
Yeah.
possible missions here to the moon, and well, we should release a movie around this time about that space stuff because it seems to be like the interest of the public.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe if you just watch, I think we said this before, but like if you watch the themes of the movie at the time, that's telling you what's coming, or like that's telling you what the cultural zeitgeist is, like
Yeah.
what we're all thinking about.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, why did Hail Mary come out, and then now we're going to the moon, and then now we have Disclosure Day coming, the
Hmm.
Steven Spielberg one, and then like Bob Lazar's movie came out, and like Age of Disclosure, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's almost like the media is how we program society, which is very true. Like the media is how you program
Hmm.
society. So it's like, do you guys have like a giant plan that's like
No, I don't
being
think so. I think they're just
unfolded?
following. I think they're just following what's going on. I think that the disclosure stuff was, well, it was building up to
Boiling
that,
up?
right? Building up to
Yeah.
that. There was things that were happening. So at that point, Steven Spielberg already is interested in this topic because he's not. It's not like his first time he's doing an alien movie,
Yeah,
right?
true, true. Yeah, totally.
So it's like
Yeah.
this is his venue. So it's like it makes sense that
Mm.
he would release a movie about these things because that's what's happening. But it's not like his first time ever releasing an alien movie. He's been doing alien movies
Oh,
since E.T.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So like, it's sort of like how into it, like my perspective of intuition, you know, people are like just follow your intuition.
Hmm.
I think your brain is faster at giving you the answer than your conscious mind is. That's why they say like you have eureka moments, you know,
Hmm.
like take a shower or like there's so many examples
Yeah,
throughout
yeah.
history where like scientists, you know, they're like eureka, you know, and I think that's what I'm like. I keep like doing these after action reviews with like Chad, where I'm like, how did this happen? How can I do this again? Because it's like there is a mechanism here that's like working, but if you figure out how the mechanism works, maybe you can like reverse engineer it and do it all the time.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like the eureka moments are like if I know that my brain is faster when my conscious mind is not paying attention, I can do something to shut off the conscious mind, then all of a sudden a solution will come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
like I think that intuition is that. I think intuition is just like your body mind's calculating.
Hmm.
You know? Because it like I see it with jujitsu, I see it with like climbing. Like I could see my body moves faster than my mind does. Like I'll escape something and then I'll be like, how did I do that?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And then I have to like think back, okay, I did this, I did that, you know?
Hmm. Hmm.
So like maybe there's like that is one of our secret weapons as a human being.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like
Right.
you have this ability to like subconsciously calculate things faster. And that's why they
Hmm.
say trust your gut, you know? So it's like maybe this whole idea of like reading things is just like you're just seeing the pattern at an unconscious level,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? And then when you make it conscious, you're like, it seems like there's a pattern here.
Hmm.
Like with the
Hmm.
whole like alien thing, like, you
Oh
know?
yeah. 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 No, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something like I feel like that we are not being guided, but there is some attempt at guidance.
Hmm.
It's not that we're being guided, it's that they're trying to guide us. Like with the whole like, okay, let's release this Hail Mary movie when it times up really well with the space mission, and then people want to buy tickets because they'll be so inspired by the space. You know, it's like it's
Yeah.
marketing. You're just trying to make a sale.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like is mark like I've said this for a while, but it's like it kind of becomes more salient. Like is marketing just like the mechanism of the mind, like the operationalization of
Hmm.
your mind? Like if I can convince you to do something that you didn't think that, like if I can convince you to do something and make you think that you thought you did it, I won. That's marketing.
Right.
If I can make you buy like a product but like you didn't even know that I put that in your head, like Inception,
Sure. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
thought you came up with it, you
Yeah.
know, then it's
Yeah. Yeah.
like you're the best marketer alive.
Hmm.
So it's like, is this the hack, bro? Like, are we all being marketed to? You know what I'm saying?
In a way. Yeah.
And then what happens if you figure out how to market to yourself? That's been my goal. It's like that's why I like trying to figure out all these things. It's like how does my brain work? Because then like I can hack myself.
Hmm.
You know?
Right.
But are we like a computer program in that sense?
So in some ways, you can say that. I mean, we are DNA
It's not
code,
weird, right?
right?
It really makes you wonder, bro. Like, what are we
Hmm.
as like a human? Like, I just don't get. I don't get like why people A aren't more interested in this, and B why this isn't just taught more publicly. But maybe it's the control system. It's like if everyone knew, then we wouldn't have control. So we need to make sure people don't know that they have like this crazy superpower.
Right. Okay.
Like, what do you think? Like, or is that like crazy conspiratorial? You know?
No, I just don't think people understand it.
Or care? Oh, you mean like? What do you mean by I don't understand? Like, nobody knows how this is working?
Yeah.
But I wonder if like, but then what are psychologists doing, bro? You know, people with like psychology degrees, like, so
Hmm.
what did you study if you didn't study this, bro?
Right. Yeah.
Because like, isn't that what the whole field is about?
Hmm.
So I feel like people do know, they just don't apply it, maybe, or they even know it in theory.
No. I think it depends. As you said, that was a specific field of study, right? So he's like the psychologist may know. It's the same thing like how nutritionists would know about some more things about nutrition, right? Than a
Oh, but
normal.
they don't practice it.
But,
You mean?
it could be that, or you can know things, but also the thing is we're not driven necessarily by logic. We're driven by feelings.
Yeah. But that's a marketing thing. It's like I know we're driven by feelings, so if I just like change my state towards an emotion,
Hmm.
I can like hack myself.
Sure.
Like I feel like the whole goal of life is like you're born into this body, and because of the way society has like not been laid out really well, we haven't had too many good teachers. It's like you kind of have to like build the manual as you're flying the plane.
Hmm.
You're like flying the plane, you're testing the thing. Okay, that's the brake. Okay, those are the like the rudder lights. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's like that just at least to me, that's kind of how it feels.
Hmm.
You know, we're like we're writing the path forward as we're flying the plane.
Yeah.
Or do you think that's just like our circumstance? Because they talk about like intergenerational wealth and like rich families, stuff like that. And it's like maybe they knew. Because think about intergenerational wealth. You have like a parent who like is like super rich, and then their kids like, I want to do this. You're like, don't do that, buddy. Like, that's not the move. This is the move. But do
Hmm.
you think it's maybe because like we're first generation, we didn't really. That's why it feels like we're writing the manual as we're flying. Because like there's a system that's already working, and like our parents had no idea about the system, so it's like it's up to us
Hmm.
to like kind of like write the rules
Yeah.
going
Maybe.
forward
Yeah.
for ourselves. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah.
But like, do you think that's what's happening, or it's
No, I don't think
like
so.
just logically thinking about it? You
Hmm.
know, it's like I feel like some people get it. Like intergenerational wealth families, they know how to stack wealth. They know how to make money, right?
Hmm.
And then they teach their kids, like the Kardashians, right? So like the Kardashians, they all homeschool their kids because they teach them like real life skills. So like they'll be like, oh, here's you have to sell me a lemonade stand. Here's your startup cost. Go, and that's like their home project. They don't put
Sure.
them in like regular schools.
Hmm.
So it's like, is that the hack? Like your parents figured it out, so now you're just like imparting hacked wisdom
In
onto
many
your
ways,
kid.
yeah. In many ways, yeah. But they have the money to do that, right? So that's the like you can find the best teachers. You can find when you got the money, you can do all that, right? You can actually put them in better schools than because there's tiers to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
schools, right?
No, no, totally. And it's like that's the hustle, bro. Is it the hustle, or is that the? I mean, it feels like a hustle to me. It's just like we're not playing an even game, you
Yeah,
know?
right.
And it's like why don't maybe we just need poor people, Like who's gonna no, but really though, like we need workers, we need like poor people, we need rich people as much as we need poor people
Hmm.
in this world, Because it's like it balances itself out. Because like in an ideal world, there's no poor, no rich.
Yeah,
Truly
right.
in an ideal world,
Hmm.
right? But like the system that we're running under necessitates those two classes.
Yeah,
Like, do you think so?
yeah,
Then doesn't that sound evil? It's like, bro, we could all just be like happy, but we
yeah.
don't want to do that.
Because there were there's it's not like this is the only society that ever existed, right? There were different kinds of societies that existed
Yeah.
that were better for a lot of people, right? So this is the current system. It doesn't mean that this system is the perfect system. We've just made it. It's a made
Yeah.
up system,
Yeah, it totally, for sure, for sure, for sure. Um,
but it's a thing that everyone is seemingly agrees with following, right? It it would
yes.
take a country to really just, well, let's not do what everybody else is doing. Let's do something else for our own people.
Right. Okay, okay. So like is there anything else about the moon stuff? Because I'm gonna get all like weird now.
No, no, all good stuff. I don't think anything else to the moon. It's still going on.
Okay,
I
okay,
think they
cool.
should reach the moon. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Nice. And then that'd be so gnarly if like there's bases on the moon. We're like, oh my god. Or they probably see it and they're like, how do we
Well,
disclose this to
actually,
the public?
I did remember one thing because there was something. I think there was a press conference with the crew, and one of them is religious, right?
Oh, okay, cool.
And I think he made a really good point where like everyone's looking at us. We're in a space shuttle thing to go to the moon, but then I'm looking back at Earth and I realize we're in a space shuttle. Earth is a space shuttle
Totally.
in the
For
middle
sure.
of space,
Yeah.
darkness,
No,
right?
I know, bro. No, I know. No, I know, bro.
Yeah.
No, I know. Like, but nobody's thinking about that. It's like, bro, no, we are. Like, this is
That's
our
what he
like
was. Yeah, that's what
planet.
he was trying to tell people. Like we're all one on this
Yeah,
spaceship in
totally.
space.
Yeah. But like that's why I'm like, it's so bananas that we're in this war again, and then like the gas prices. Do you see them like almost 190? Like, dude, my cousin in the Philippines is like they moved to a 4-day work week. I
Yeah,
think we talked about like
they're
other countries like that
being
did that,
affected.
but
Yeah.
like what was it, Thailand, Sri
Mm-hmm.
Lanka or something. But
Yeah.
then I was like telling my cousin, I'm like, yeah, like I saw that these countries like, oh yeah, we did that too. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, they had to shut down like an extra day because it's just too much gas like going back and
I
forth.
think was it Philippines one of the first ones to. It's called like state of emergency
Oh really?
levels. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, he said gas prices are like triple what they started at.
Mm.
So, and I don't know what that would convert to because they're in like a different pay level than us, like the way
Sure.
they pay. And I was like telling him like, yeah, we were at like 140 and that seemed pretty high. And then we hit 150, we're like, oh, that's pretty high, but then came normal during COVID. And then now we're at like 180 and like
Mm-hmm.
189. I'm like, bro, what's going on? You know, in
Mm-hmm.
Vancouver, they've always had like $2, you know? When I
Yeah.
went there, I was like, dude, what's too expensive? But like here, seeing like almost $2 is crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then like seeing it hit 170 and then everyone flocks to the gas because like, oh, it's the
Just
cheapest it's
'cause
been. But
right.
you're like, bro, it's been cheaper, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's gonna like level out and go down. You know, it's like during COVID, it hit like 140 and then like people were like, okay, that seems like the new normal. Now we're at like 180 and like 140 seems like, oh my God, that's amazing. Rush to the tanks now, like
Mm.
load up as much as you can, you know? And it's like, how do you go back? Like
Right.
like the world isn't going to reduce its prices.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the gas people are not going to be like, okay, well they're psychologically used to 180. We can keep it relatively around the same price. Like they're not going to suddenly be like, here's 120
Mm-hmm.
again. You know, like why would you cut your profits that much?
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get like the supply demand issue right now, but once it levels itself, like we get rid of that and we fix that issue, I don't see them like going back down to like 120 or anything. Like what would the point be? They're like everyone's
Mm-hmm.
psychologically used to like 150, 170.
Right.
Like do you see my point or no,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it will go back down to 120?
No, no. There's always an inflation each year, anyways, right? So I don't think it's going to go back to 120.
Yeah.
Um, but this is a huge problem that's being caused. Yeah.
Dude, you know that like so I asked my parents like how old was I when we were like at my parents' house yesterday for Easter and I was like, how old was I when we moved into this house, right? And my parents were like 3. So I'm like, oh, we've been here for like 30, 40 years now, right? That they've had that house for 34 years. And like in that time, I remember being a little kid and seeing like gas prices at like 49 cents. Do you remember
Mm-hmm.
that?
No,
Do you
I'm
remember
not.
that like
It's
49?
not something I paid attention to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just remember like always filling up gas and like they'd be like, oh, it's 49. So, like we were always paying attention to gas prices as a kid. Like
Mm-hmm.
even now, it's like, oh, So like I remember it being like 49, and then now it's at like 150, oh 180, recently. It's like that's an exponential jump in 34 years, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Weird. Or
Mm-hmm.
like, like mortgages back then were like 200,000 and now they're like a million plus. You're like, bro, that's how do we do that?
Yeah.
You know? In 34 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like when
Mm-hmm.
you say it as like 34 years, you're like, oh, that's kind of a short amount of time.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
say like when we were kids, you're like, yeah, that's such an arbitrary number. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, that's like literally 34
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
So it's like, is this the path we're on? Are we just gonna keep going in this direction? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, like I'm wondering, like, do you think it's gonna like fix itself? Or just gonna keep going up?
No, I don't. I mean, the thing is, it may still keep going up, but just because if gas prices are up, then everything else is up in pricing. They can't sell a house, so even building a new
Mm.
house is going to be
More expensive,
more
yeah, because you
expensive.
have to drive
So
the.
you can't reduce the price of the house. Just it doesn't happen like that. You can't do that.
What do you think's gonna happen with like, do you think do you think houses will forever be like in the middle? Like, you think we've hit $1 million range and we're just like, we're done? Like, you're never going back to like, you're never going to see a house for like 400, 500,000. Like, it's going to be like a million
No,
now.
I don't think so. Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, no, what? Like, you don't think it'll go down or you think,
Yeah, yeah, no. I don't. I don't think it'll go down a certain amount. Yeah.
so then it's like, all we're looking at is it's just going up in price. So who's going to afford these houses, bro?
Yeah, it's either just up in price or it stays around the same until things have to level off.
But level off as in like,
Because if you
they'll still
can't,
be $1 million, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, where the wage has to match the pricing of the house.
So the only thing that we can fix is wage prices.
Yeah,
Damn, bro.
yeah. Because it's going to be
I
like
don't, I don't
say
know.
if it doesn't necessarily, but if it takes $1 million to make a house, you can't sell it less than $1 million because you're not going to
Yeah,
make any
totally.
profit, right?
Yeah,
So in
for
order,
sure.
and only way that people can buy it is if wage increases. That's the only way.
Okay. There was the thing that was said at Davos, which is like, you will own nothing and you'll be happy, right? I don't know if it's like fully true. I've just heard that people say
Mm-hmm.
that that's like one of the things that got coined. And like, I can see it now. Like, if they're like $2 million in the future, it's like, that's not worth it, bro.
Yeah.
I'd rather like renting is way better than a $2 million mortgage, bro. How are you going to pay $2 million, bro?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
maybe they are
Yeah.
pushing us towards this future of like a full totalitarian world control system.
It seems
Like
like
think
that.
about
Yeah.
COVID, right? That's what I mean, bro. Think about like COVID, think about the gas prices, think about the house prices. It's like I don't want to be conspiratorial or negative, but it does kind of seem like we are moving towards a totalitarian lockdown system,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I can see like only the super rich will own places and then they'll rent them out to people, you know?
Yeah. Right.
Isn't that kind of freaky? That's like almost dystopian at that time.
Mm-hmm.
That's like cyberpunk dystopian future, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way out of that? Is that where we're headed? You know what I mean?
Well, I think that there's a way out of that. I know that I can't be I can't confirm it, but like I think I heard where there was like I think when the 2008 thing happened, house prices dropped so much that some corporations were trying to buy them, like a whole lot, I guess.
Oh, damn. All right.
But it was the regulations that or regulators or the government that you have that can not allow that to happen.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. But like, government is so fickle. Like, look at what's happening in the U.S., bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure, yeah, no, I understand that, but that depends on who you're picking in your government. So,
but like, could we be facing a mass manipulation control? Like, I hear this with like the UFO space too. They're like, they want to, but I'm like, that just seems so crazy. They want to lock down everyone with like AI and like take away our humanity and our choice and like all that stuff.
I wouldn't disagree with that necessarily.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the government that wants to do that. I'm saying it's corporations that want to do that.
Oh my
Corporations
God.
that
So
lead the AI systems. Yeah, of course. That's
you are
why.
in that,
No,
you're in that boat?
no, I
Oh,
would
dude,
say.
no. No.
No, I would say
Freaking me out because you're the logical one, bro, and I'm the conspiracy person.
because you look at who your donors are. Look at who is Trump's donors.
Damn.
Why are
That's,
they his donors?
you have to listen to David Icke. You like this is where I heard it. It was David Icke talking about reptilians, bro. And I was like, all right, I gotta hear this. And I was like, it's what he was saying is like, this is what David Icke said. You have to. It's a crazy podcast, and it's just like the Epstein stuff is like we've been doing that forever. Remember, I was like, oh, this. If you look at antiquity, we've been doing that forever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like sacrifices, worship. He's like, the thing you found out with the Epstein thing is like that's just one in the entire global network. But
Mm-hmm.
there's a whole network of people that are still worshiping ancient gods. They just went underground because it's not mainstream. But you didn't leave that system of like sacrificing to like Moloch or whatever, you know? It's like we did that back in the day. Like you would like sacrifice to the devil so you can get something, you know? And he was saying that like all this reptilian stuff, all the stuff we're seeing, it's like they're not like physical reptilians, but they're like manifestations of the consciousness of the person. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like there is a non-physical, I don't want to say demon, but remember I was like the war is the battle of the mind. Like you
Sure.
have like a negative thought and then you're like, okay, if I feed that thought, it's gonna get stronger or whatever, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can collectively have bad thoughts. Like look at what Hitler did. Look at what happened with ICE, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You collectively band together and just like, we're gonna take out all the immigrants. It's like, what? What are you doing? You
Yeah.
know? So it's like it's an analogy for it's a metaphysical representation of what can happen in physical reality.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So like the reptilians and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what he was saying is like that's the power struggle right now. And you're seeing like these AI people who want to take away our humanity. And he literally said, like, if you look at Trump's donor base, they're all AI people.
Yeah.
And now you're saying it too, and I'm like, bro, you're supposed to be the logical one. Like, oh my god, if you're
No,
if you're
that is a
linking up with
logical
David Icke,
thing.
I'm like,
No, but that's
oh,
always been the case. If you look at the donors, who are the donors? Like all those people that showed up at.
but I use ChatGPT, bro. ChatGPT is my
Yeah.
boy, you know.
Yeah,
But like,
but there's a reason
okay,
that they want to be part of that control of society so that their company survives.
okay,
So
okay.
if
But do you
if
think?
everyone needs to use ChatGPT as a thing, if it becomes like how Google became the base,
Yeah, yeah.
that's kind of what he wants to reach, right?
But like, all right, what about the whole control system of like humanity? Although I will admit that ChatGPT has shaped my behavior. It's like it'll be like, this is a cleaner move than what you're gonna do, and then I'll do it, and it's actually better. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, cool. Thanks for the suggestion. You know, like whether
No,
it's climbing or like
no.
something
What
like,
in order to control? I don't know what that exactly means, but um, I don't know exactly what that means because you can't really predict where the future goes or what kind of technologies come out. So like you can say like, oh, BlackBerry was controlling everybody because everybody had to use a keyboard, right? Like I can just go back to that scenario.
okay, yeah,
And then here
okay,
comes
yeah,
an
yeah,
iPhone. Everybody made, or a lot of people made fun of it, or at least BlackBerry made fun of it. No one wants to use a screen that doesn't have a keyboard. They
yeah,
were
yeah.
wrong. And now where's BlackBerry, right?
True, true, true. Okay, okay, okay. So maybe it's just a continuous battle between like controlling and not.
Yeah, I think so.
It's not. It's like you know what I mean. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
the war is waged every single day,
sure.
and the war is capitalism.
Yeah.
You know, the battlefield is
No, it
capitalism.
really is. Yeah, yeah.
That just makes everything sound like so evil, bro.
No, that's what capitalism is. Is whoever better ideas wins, right?
But like, that's crazy behavior. Okay, I was walking
See, a
into
lot of
Walmart.
the thing
Yeah,
with uh, AI is it depends on information, right? And
okay.
regulations that you can pass in order to get a person's information. Like it was on
But I
the
saw Meta
Verge.
lost something, right?
Yeah, it was on Verge
Meta lost them.
podcast. It was on Verge podcast where Zuckerberg hates Apple because one of their apps, I think a VPN app that is supposed to be for privacy, they were getting people's information of what sites or what are they doing with it so that because they're in the sales world, right? Like really what Meta is,
Yeah.
advertising world. So Apple saw that what they were doing is in their version is wrong. So they already took that app off their app store. Like this, it affected Facebook's or Meta's business, right?
Okay.
And like seems like the Apple's kind of the only one in the way where why their AI is on the slower growth is because they're focusing more on people's actual privacy versus other ones who are not caring about that.
So you're saying like Apple is the good guy?
It seems like.
Ooh. There's so many reasons why it's like the future looks so murky to me that I'm like, oh man, like I don't know where we're headed, bro.
It's kind of like that, yeah. It seems like that. Just because there's not enough regulations around AI to what exactly is going on, what is it they're doing with their information, like those sort of things. Like that is the war that's going on.
But it's crazy, bro. It's like so okay. So I was walking into Walmart and I saw this homeless lady. Okay, usually I don't like care about like homeless people. Yeah, whatever. Some people like look like sketchy or whatever, but she looked pretty young. So I was like, oh, it's kind of weird that you're outside begging for whatever. So like, I randomly had like $20 in my like wallet, and I usually don't carry cash, right? So like, but I was gonna use it for something and I didn't end up using it. So I was like, okay, I have this 20. And then like I went to Walmart and I bought like some Pop Tarts with it, and then gave her like $5 and some Pop Tarts, you know? And she was like, oh, God bless you. And I was like, all right, yeah, thanks. And I just like, kept pushing, right? But like the only reason why I gave her the thing is because I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be out here, bro. Like, this is crazy. But hey, you look young and you're like a woman. Like, what are we doing, bro? And it's like, why do we live in a world like that? You know? It's like, you don't even look sketch, bro. Like, you don't even look like a weird junkie. You just look like a sad, like, immigrant. Like, I'm pretty sure she's like fully like in a hijab, you know, like, does she look like, you know, like an immigrant? And you're just like, bro, this is not fair, you know? It's like, why do we live in a world like that? That's crazy behavior.
Right. Yeah.
You know? Or like, you ever hear of Maine and Hastings in BC? Okay, so there's just like a druggy corner in BC where like you drive down it and it's just like The Walking Dead. Okay, they're all like strung out, and like me and Wob drove there when we went to BC, and I was like, yo, what's this? So like I was driving back from jujitsu, and it's like downtown, and I passed the street that was just like Main and Hastings. There's like tons of zombies. There's like people just strung out on drugs and like doing some crazy stuff. And there was like a police car in front of me that was like driving through too, and he like didn't care. And I'm just like, yo, this is weird, bro. This is like some cyberpunk dystopian. You know, like jujitsu is like one street over, and it's like such a posh area. I don't know if you know where Graffiti Alley is.
No.
Downtown. Okay, so it's like a very, very like really nice, rich area. I'm surprised jujitsu is in that rich area. But then like one street over is like it's just like zombies, bro. And you're like, that looks like Night City in the video game that we played.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, bro, we like the stories have been telling us don't move in this direction, and it's like, why are we moving in this direction, bro? You know, like we're not listening.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing's just like not freaking me out, but like make me weirded out. Yeah. So okay, so with the time we have left, let's jump into the S4 Bob Lazar thing because this is also related. So it came out and like it's so undeniable, bro. When you have time to watch the documentary, that's why I wanted to get it on your account because I'm like, you should watch this too, bro. It's crazy. Like this is the one we've all been waiting for. The disclosure, the age of disclosure, and this one, like in the UFO space, like they were waiting for these two to drop, and Amazon is just the one that picked it up. So the S4 documentary, they basically use like this new, it's called Blender technology.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it? Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I use it.
Oh, what is that? I don't know.
Like
is it AI?
No, like a
AI generation.
No, you mean like just software to generate images or generate?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I played around with it. I think I should have it on this computer.
Oh, okay. So it's made by Blender. So the guy, he's Canadian, and he built this whole movie using Blender, and
Okay.
it's just like 10% is AI generation,
Mm-hmm.
and it basically takes you back to Bob Lazar's time. Like it like he's in the movie Bob Lazar and other people that were with him during this time, and they like de-age things, and they like basically put you back into the reality of what it looked like when Bob Lazar was seeing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and when you watch this, it's so undeniable that we have ARV programs, bro. Remember I was saying like Immaculate Constellation that they
Yeah.
read into the thing. So before that, it was called Project Galileo. That's what Bob Lazar worked on.
Mm-hmm.
So they have 9 spacecrafts that they have, and they're trying to figure out how they work. And it's called Project Galileo at the time, and then now it's more recently called Immaculate Constellation.
Mm-hmm.
And they read that into like the Congress or whatever. So like, if we have this technology, if you guys are working on it, why are we not releasing it, bro?
Mm-hmm. Why not?
To
Right.
keep the rich and poor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like I'm like, why was that girl in front of Walmart? And like, why do we have poor people? Why do we have like this like like the pedophilia ring? Why do we have like the reptilians? You know what I mean? It's just like, bro, are we in a war? Question
Well,
mark.
yeah. Right.
No, but are we? Like, I don't know. You tell me, bro. It doesn't it seem like it?
A war of information.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Like a war of like not information, but like control. Like, do you see what I'm like? It's hard to articulate, but you feel what I'm trying to say,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like all
Yeah.
these things are stacked up against us. It's kind of like that's weird, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? You think it's crazy? You think it's like there's something to this?
Uh. Yeah. Maybe.
Do you
Maybe
think I'm
something
blowing out
to
of
it.
proportion? Because even what you said about like the AI people, it's just like, what's going on, bro?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, positive spin time. You go. Like, is there like a positive spin here? Because I'm just seeing like weirdness. Like, is it like, oh, you just like focus on your life? You just like, blah,
Sure.
blah, you
I
know?
mean, like, yeah, a
But
lot
like,
of
that's like,
things.
that's,
It's a scapegoat, right? How do you? The thing is that someone needs to. How do you bring out undeniable proof, kind of thing, that nobody can
dude, there's so
deny,
much proof
right?
now. There's just so much proof now, though. It's just like when you watch a documentary, you're like, there's no way this guy's lying, bro. Like, how, like, his story hasn't changed for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, and then they just visualized it for him.
Yeah.
And then you have witnesses that were there with him. They're like, bro, are they all lying? This is the most amazing cover up. Like when you watch it, you're like, oh, there's so much evidence here. It's like he wasn't lying.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what's going on, bro? What do we do with this? Like, you know?
Yeah.
And then you see like the age of disclosure, like, dude, you have all these Congress people, all these politicians talking about it. So it's like, what do we do, bro? And we're just sitting on this information.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah. What do we do about it? It is the Congressperson, at least in the United States. This is what it's about. They're the ones who have to do something about it. What are they doing about it?
No, they're trying to push like legislation and stuff, but like a lot of it's being blocked
By whom?
by like other people, like people within like the war economy. Like so, they tried to push this one regulation thing, and then
So really,
it
yeah,
got blocked.
that
Yeah,
comes with, yeah. Like, how do you? I don't know how the system would work to get those information out, right? Like, who's the one blocking it? Can they reveal those names?
yeah, they do. They did reveal the name, but
Mm-hmm.
then like the war in Iran came up, and then now everyone's forgetting about it. And then you have like the Epstein stuff, and then everyone's forgetting about it. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
like we are flooding the zone with information so that people can't get an accurate read or make good decisions on these things.
Right.
And it's just like this. There's like a war of attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. That is what it is. It's a war of attention because if we are not paying attention, things can slip by.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, all of a sudden the gas prices are pretty high. How'd that happen? Oh, because you weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh, all of a sudden we have like this, like the economy's crashing. Why'd that happen? Because you didn't pay attention. You didn't pay attention. You voted for the wrong guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like pay all of attention to Trump. Oh, okay, so he must be the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's marketing, though. The attention war is like
Yeah, it is.
a
But
marketing battle.
you can look at the evidence, right? You know he was a liar from the beginning, but people didn't pay attention.
That's what, right? So you say attention. It's a war of attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! And it's also like an internal war too, because like if you pay attention to the wrong thing, you're like the synchronicities, right? So like the story in the beginning and like all the synchronicities that are happening to me. It's like, oh, my life is just like working out. Everyone's like, it's almost like God's looking out for me at all times, right? So my attention is on God's looking out for me.
Yeah.
Not literally God, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
the analogy of God, the metaphor of God, like
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it.
not literally a guy in the sky, you know what I mean? But like, okay, God's looking out for me, and then you see another person like, oh, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, and it's like your attention builds your reality, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are constantly in that state of like, this is negative, then you'll see everything as negative. And that is literally your reticular activating system. It's not even like woo woo. It's literally how your brain functions.
Yeah.
Because your brain will your RAS system will filter out information that's not necessary and only give you important information.
Yes.
Maybe that's the hack, bro. It's not like, you know, people are like, oh, just focus on gratitude, focus on blah, blah, blah. It's like, those are so thin, you know? It's like something bad happens to you. Oh, I'm so grateful for that. No, bro. Like, actually see like grateful moments.
Right.
Like, you know, there's like forced gratitude where it's like your house will explode and you're like, oh, it was meant to be. You're like, no, that sucks, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sure,
it's like fake, you know? Whereas like real gratitude is like
Actually, it would be
seeing
like
that-
almost the
yeah.
everyday thing. I'm not saying like, you know what I mean? Like the mundane thing you don't realize becomes, there's something good about it. You're not paying attention to it.
Yes.
It's just, passing by you.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And that's what Chad was saying. It was like the sale was already on. It was just you who saw the sale and were like, oh, sweet, my thing's on sale. I'm going to go buy it. Like, it's like my mind was attuned to like this, like all of these things are happening independently. My mind is shaping the story through the RAS in a positive or negative direction. So like sale after sale after sale, all the sales were already happening. But me, I'm like, oh, God's looking out for me.
Right.
Like I get to buy all the things I wanted because they're all on sale. You know, it's like, and then if you start looking at life in that direction, like everything just starts looking that way.
Sure.
It's like compounding effects, bro. Like every, you know, people are like, oh, it's so hard to change. There's a book called like Atomic Habits where you start with a small thing and then you build from there and then your big habits grow. So like if you want to go running, don't think about running, just think about tying your shoes. And then once you tied your shoes, then like, okay, think about like running like 10 seconds. Oh, cool, I could do 10 seconds. Let's try 20. All right, cool, 20, 20, 20. You know? And it's like 1% change every day will go really far in 1 year.
Yeah.
1% times 365 is 365% change. But we don't think about like the long-term growth of it. We think of like, oh, it's just 1%, bro. Like, what am I going to do with that? You know what I'm saying?
Right. True.
Right? And that's the RAS too. It's like if you see the little things that you're saying in the everyday as like a gift, or like, oh, my coffee's on sale. Sick, bro. You know, like then like you'll start to shape your reality using your attention in a better manner. And then your life will become like this crazy video game that's like, dude, everything's happening for me.
Yeah. True.
But not in a woo-woo way, though. Like, I'm literally trying to reverse engineer to, like, make it. Like, 'cause I'm like, why is this happening? It's kind of weird. Like, everything's stacking up. But it's like, no, you're just seeing it that way.
Yeah.
Because, like, you probably would have seen the same sale and you're like, not today. Whereas like I'm like, oh, and I'm not literally, but like
No,
you know what I
no,
mean?
no,
Like it's
no.
two different
No, but
people.
there's two
Yeah.
different. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but my view is a little bit different because when I see a sale, it's like, oh, they just marked up a price and put it down.
No, it was 20, it was 50% off though. I bought a forty
No,
dollar
no, no. Like
T-shirt for $20.
like this is my like my default point of view on a lot of the world of sale. Like this is just how I
Okay,
think, right?
okay,
I'm not
okay.
saying it's true. I'm not saying it's true. It's just like a thing that I always viewed it like that. So if I really needed something, I'll just buy it. Doesn't matter if it's a sale or not. If I need it, I need it. That's it.
Okay, fair. But see how the perspective worked there? Like I used it as like God's giving me a gift right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
And you're like, it's like it's a marketing ploy.
yeah. See,
No, but I'm like, right. But that's the exact story I'm trying to present, which is
yeah,
like it's how you see the world, bro.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
Because like I truly believe it's not coming out of like a weird BS place, but I truly think that like life is a weird stacked video game, and like it's The Alchemist. When I read The Alchemist, I'm like, this is what it is. It's like if once you decide,
mm-hmm.
the world the world conspires to move you and get you into that direction,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's like it's because your RAS is the world,
Yeah,
and you're just like it's not that it's conspiring, it's just you're conspiring yourself, bro.
mm-hmm.
You know, like okay, all right, final thing. So I've always loved TriStar. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like if there's one place I could train, I've always said like Montreal TriStar. Right, so I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna listen to Frost Hobbies podcast, and then he said like, oh, we're opening up a gym in Toronto, right? And like I was like, oh, cool, let me check it out. It was like coming soon. All right, I'm gonna sign up for the newsletters. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
then I signed up for the newsletters. It's like, oh, we're doing like a slow rollout open. Here's 50% off your membership if you sign up now. I was like, oh, dude, that's so sick. I get 50% off. And then now I'm like training with like literally pros. Like there was a pro dude who's fighting in the UFC in like 2 weeks. And I was like, hey, man, good luck. Good luck. I saw your fight. He's like, oh, thanks, man. You know, I'm like, it's
Yeah,
like, I like, man, didn't, Chad's like, don't say manifest because that's like, that takes away from your power. You built that,
sure.
right? You built the system. Like you had to do the reps. You had
Mm-hmm.
to like,
Of course.
you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like I have to focus on my nutrition so I can go there. You know, all these different things, right? So like I built the step ladder to living the life that I always listen to on podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I used to watch like when I was at EMA and like me and Adrian were like training all day. We'd watch these UFC videos and we're like, dude, these guys are sick, bro. So we would think that we were like them. And then I was training martial arts like freaking 7 days a week, 7 days a week, and like 7 hours a day. It was like intense,
Mm-hmm.
but it was
Mm-hmm.
like for not for like UFC style. It was like like
Sure.
local,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you know.
Right.
And then like to jump into this timeline now, and I'm like, I'm driving to like TriStar on like a Saturday, and like I'm about to see a pro, and then like roll with them. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's like when you want something, life will conspire to get you in that direction.
Yeah.
But it's my RAS had to be like, wait, Frost just said, okay, let me Google that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it didn't just happen. It was like you heard it, so you followed it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's with like everything in life. I think we're always presented with an opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. There
We just
always
have to
is.
follow
Yeah.
through on the opportunity. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we don't see it as an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you have to listen to it and follow through.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like, hey man, like let's say you're a big fan of UFC, and I was like, hey man, like TriStar Toronto, come check it out. I was the universe telling you to go.
Yeah.
It was up to you to go.
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
And then like 5 years down the line, you're like, oh look, BJ's training at TriStar. You was so sick, bro. It's like, bro, you saw I was there. You
Mm-hmm.
saw me. I told you, but you decided not to come. So it's you who stood in your own way. Nobody else stood in your way.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's it. It's like 90% of life is just showing up.
Yeah, I think so.
Right?
It
Like
really
it's
is.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like literally, it's like 10% is your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, okay, I'm supposed to do that. All right, cool. Then 90% is showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. bro. I have another blood test coming up on Tuesday, and it's like that's 90% showing up, bro. Like, cause it's like you can loaf in this zone of like, okay, suboptimal health, or you can move into optimal health. But optimal health requires getting over your fear of needles. I'm still like, I'm not as afraid as before. Now I have like tools, but it's like, you know how much I hate needles. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
how much I hate needles, bro. I just got a blood test 6 weeks ago, and then like the levels were kind of, they weren't like a normal doctor. Like I've said this before, a normal doctor's like, you're fine, right? And then I went to an ND, and they're like, oh, okay, like we could probably fix you, but like let's just check to make sure it worked. So like you're gonna need to do another blood test,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro, I just did one like 6 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like 90% showing up, bro. Gotta go do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Of course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I could
Yeah.
have just loafed it. It's like, all right, whatever, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'll catch you again in another 2 years, you
Mm-hmm.
know? But I was like, bro, it was 6 weeks ago. Why do I do it again? You know?
Sure.
Okay, we uncovered last thing because I gotta go. We uncovered two things. The war is of attention,
Yeah.
and like the battlefield, like, you know, and then your RAS is the gatekeeper for your attention. So it
Mm-hmm.
really is a war of attention. What are you paying attention to? Because
Yeah.
that will dictate your reality.
Yeah.
And then once the reality is set and you know what you're paying attention to, you just gotta show up, bro. It's
Mm-hmm.
90%.
Mm-hmm.
10% was the war of the attention. 90% is like you gotta follow through.
Yeah. We do.
Secrets field. Right? But like the thing is, it's like that's how you build the best life you can.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, it's like you can only blame yourself
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't step into the thing,
Yeah. Agreed.
right? Because Tara was like, "Oh, there's luck." I'm like, I don't believe in luck. The only luck in life was you were born in Canada. After that, it's the rest is you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The luck is how you started, because you can't
Sure.
influence that. You can't influence that. Like you can't influence like where you're born, right? Or who your parents are.
Sure.
But the only thing you can influence after is like what you choose to do with that. So it's like luck and good decisions, right?
Yeah.
Or do you disagree? You think there's like luck layered in throughout your life?
I don't know if it's necessarily the word luck is right. Again, it's just those opportunities. Are those luck
Yeah.
when the opportunities
But
come?
right, exactly. It's not luck. It's attention and action.
Yeah.
It's the RAS and then 90% follow through, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I heard Faraz Hobby say this. All right, 90% follow through. Let's look
Yeah.
for it,
Yeah.
right? But like, literally the only luck I can see is just like where you were born, bro. Because you can't change that.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Now I have to run to do like 80 different things today. So, any final thoughts of where we're headed, secrets of the universe?
Yeah. Let's get that revealed.
Yo, for real. All right. Okay. Prediction. Do you think they're gonna like have some step towards alien life through this moon thing?
No.
Yeah, probably not. I know. It'd be cool though. It'd be cool. But
Sure.
yeah, probably not. Probably not. Okay.
Yeah.
We could be wrong. Let's hope
Could
we're
be
wrong,
wrong.
but
Yeah.
I
Sure.
agree. I agree with you. Like if you like probabilities, like most likely not. But okay.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Will they be back by the time we do the next podcast? Like, will we have an update or?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think they come back on, or maybe they come back on either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not too sure.
Of next week?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this week's podcast will be called like S4. It'll be about Bob Lazar, and then next week's podcast we'll name it the NASA Moon.
Yeah, we
'Cause
might
we'll have more
We'll
information.
see. Yeah, we might have some interesting pictures. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Yeah. Until next week. Tasty fish.
Peace.
Bye. All right. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things, and check out our sponsors: Zenro Clothing Co., Portian Bakery, and Podbean. Take it easy, fish.
Peace.